If you've not already done so, make sure that you go do the warm-ups in Class Kick, because following this will be the 2 examples. Alrighty, so here is our first warm-up for today, and please remember, again, as we're counting slope, we count going from left to right, so overall left to right, this one goes down. So before I even start, I know that my numerator is going to be negative. How far down does that go? It goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -6. Again, the negative goes to the top. That's the down. Count that for you one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how far to the right does it go? It goes to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. -6/4. Need to reduce that. Becomes -3/2 for the slope. Again, please make sure you don't count slope like I see some folks go like this. 1, 2, I don't know what that is. Count down or up and then over to the right. Put them in here, reduce the fraction. Another negative slope on this one goes down 1, so we get -1, and it goes to the right 1, 2, so -1/2 is your slope on the second warm-up. Before you continue for more examples, go grab a copy of today's homework. Our examples are going to come straight off of there. So again, just pause real quick, grab a copy of the homework, come back, continue with the examples. Okay, so for this one we're going to learn a new formula. We're going to learn this one. We're going to learn y2 minus y1 equals x2 minus x1. Write that down in your vocab. This is what we call slope, or m. So we can calculate slope as well given a set of points. So we can write this down. y2 minus y1 equals x2 minus x1. I'll give you a second to do that, or you can pause me. Now, when we go ahead and we have a chart like this, right? The first column is always going to be the x's. So the hours is x here, and y is going to be the second one. Or we call them input and output, all kinds of things. So this would be input, this would be output. How many hours you put in, how many fences you get painted. Now here's the thing. We're going to pick 2 points, and the points don't matter. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So I'll pick this point and this point. Okay? Here's the second one. Now, what that means is that the first point I pick, you're going to want to watch me here, okay? The first point I pick, that this right here, this is going to become x1. This number is x1. This number is going to be x2. This number is going to be y1. This number is going to be y2. Just pick them. Okay? So, but again, please note that the x and the 1's go together, the 2's go together. This is the x column, this is the y column. Now I just plug those numbers into my formula. y2 is the number 4. That's going to go here. y1 is the number 3. That's going to go here. Then x2 is the number 12. x1 is the number 9. You're going to subtract now. 4 minus 3 is 1. 12 minus 9 is 3. The slope becomes 1/3. Now, if it wasn't 1/3, or I'm sorry, if it was something like, like 2/6, right, you'd have to reduce it, and you would still get 1/3. It doesn't matter what 2 points you pick, as long as you pick them and you keep track of where you put them in the formula. We'll do more of these. But you go ahead and you're going to try one here. So you can here pause, go into Class Kick, and you're going to work one. And luckily enough, it's straight off your worksheet. But I'm going to want to see that in Class Kick. I'm going to want to see your work. So make sure you do it there. So again, here we are back. Please note, again, that these are the x's. The first ones are the x's. The second column are the y's. Our formula was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to pick 2 random points. I don't know what 2 you picked, but you should be getting the same answer I do. So I'm going to pick those as 1 and 2. That makes this x1, x2, y1, y2. And I plug them in. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, we got the right ones there. Okay, so let's plug them in. Let's go 280. That's our y2 minus 140. And then we're going to have 8 minus 4. 280 minus 140 is 140. 8 minus 4 is 4. That can be reduced. Now, grab your calculator if you need to. I'll give you a second. But it does reduce to 35 over 1, so your slope is 35. Continue for another example from me. So here we have, again, left column is x's, right column is always y's. You pick any two, it doesn't matter. I'm going to pick this one and this one this time. So this is x1, x2, y2, y, sorry, y1, y2. I got a little excited there. Yay, that you can't mix up. So don't do that. Make sure that they fit together. The ones are together, the twos are together. And again, your formula, m, that's the slope, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Just go ahead and memorize that thing. Plug it in the numbers. So my y2 is 6, my y1 is 2, my x2 is 3, my x1 is 1. And I always do, I go back and look at them here, you know, so y2, there we go, y1, there it is, x2, there it is, x1, there it is. And again, notice where they go, right? So 6 minus 2 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2 over 1, or just 2 if you prefer. So the slope here is 2. And we're going to talk about what that means. So let's go take a look here. This one, it means, right, that every game, all right, so 2 goals every game, 6 goals for 3 games, so that's 2 every game, right? That's the idea. So that's how your offense is doing in hockey. Pause, go into class kick, and work another one. So here we have, again, x's and y's. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All that equals m, the slope. Picking 2 random points, this one and this one. So x1, x2, y1, y2. So we're looking at how many cars can you wash in an hour? That's the idea, cars per hour. So let's see here, my y2 is 12, my y1 is 8, my x2 is 3, my x1 is 2. So we have 12 minus 8 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, so my slope is 4 over 1. What does that mean? I can wash 4 cars every hour. And you are going to be asked, well, what does the slope mean? That's why I started bringing that up. 4 cars every hour. Continue for more examples. Okay, so time to do a little bit of thinking. Without graphing, tell whether the slope of a line that models each situation is positive, negative, 0, undefined. Then find the slope. So the cost of tickets to the amusement park is $19.50 for 1 ticket, $78.50 for 4 tickets. So you think about that. I buy 1, I pay this amount. By 78, I buy this amount. Obviously, the more tickets I buy, that's going to go up from left to right. So that's going to be a positive slope. Positive slope. Go into class kick. You work one. Okay, so last example, when we're done here, you'll finish up the homework on the worksheet and then check it. And the ones that are, the ones that you had to finish on your own, like 5 through 11 and then 13, 14, those are going to become your homework grades. So, alrighty, here we have the late fee is $2 regardless of the number of days the movie is late. So that means if it's 1 day late, I pay $2. If it's 2 days late, I only paid $2. 3 days late, I only paid $2. A million days late, right? There's a bunch of zeros. I don't know how many zeros. I need one more zero probably. Anyway, still only $2. By the way, yeah, I just keep the movie, right? $2 free movie. Alrighty. So this one doesn't matter how many days. It's going to be a perfectly flat line, which if you remember, that means a slope of 0. Slope of 0.